Kababayan Today. Ako po ang inyong host, si G. Tanji. If you're just joining us, we are taking your calls live here in Los Angeles. Please give us a call at 1-800-553-5724 because we have our immigration attorneys, Aquino and Loew, to answer all your questions. Kaya tawag na po kayo. At ngayon naman po, we have sa telepono kasama natin si Teddy. Teddy?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Magandang hapon po. Purihin po ang Panginoon.
Ano po ang tanong ninyo para sa ating mga lawyer na nandito?
Ma'am, ako po ay 7 years ng out of status dito sa United States. Ang tanong ko lang po, ma'am,
7 years na pong out of status. Ano pong tanong?
Ang ano ko po, ma'am, may possible po bang maayos yung papers namin?
Okay, so they've been out of status for 7 years. Is it possible for them to fix their documents?
Well, I think that's a pretty general question.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, there are ways, if you're out of status, to fix your situation, and that would depend upon probably going through some sort of family visa, most likely a marriage or a child who's a U.S. citizen petitioning for you. As long as you have a lawful entry, then the unlawful time that you've been here, the undocumented time, it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect you. If you enter without documents, then that's a different story, and you have a more difficult route. If you also have a petition that was pending before 2001, you can use that to adjust your status through even an employer visa that becomes current. And so there are ways, but it's a little bit more difficult when you're out of status.
Okay. I have an honest question for the people that go the route of marriage. What are the consequences when immigration does find out that the marriage is in fact not really real?
That's a very good question, G. And individuals really need to take the word of caution that you absolutely should not engage in marriage fraud, that you absolutely should not in any way get married just for the sake of getting your green card, because the consequence is a lifetime bar from ever legalizing your status. So even if thereafter you legitimately get married to a U.S. citizen, you have 3, 4 children, have been in the United States 20 years, it will not matter if immigration does in fact determine that you have participated in marriage fraud.
Okay, that's very good to know, yeah? All right, we have on the phone with us Angry Wolf. Angry Wolf, ano pong tanong ninyo? What is your question?
I was wondering, after applying for a fiance visa, and it doesn't go through for personal reasons between the two people, is there a waiting period of any sort to apply for a spousal visa, even the people are the same or different spouse?
No, actually there isn't a waiting period. I mean, if you were denied for a fiance visa, typically what we tell our clients sometimes is to get married, because then you'll go through the spousal visa. You obviously have to deal with whatever issues you had at the time of your fiancé petition that it was denied for. You'll have to deal with in your marriage petition as well. So you'll have an opportunity to fix that in the marriage petition. But yes, you can get married and file that immediately.
All right. We have Adita on the phone with us. Adita, ano pong tanong ninyo para sa ating immigration attorneys from Aquino and Loew?
Ang tanong ko po, ako ay citizen. Yung mga anak ko doon sa Pilipinas, ipipetition ko, ilang taon ba bago sila makapunta dito?
Okay, so hindi nyo pa po na-petition o na-petition nyo na po?
Ipipetition pa lang this week.
Okay, so she is just about to petition her children. She wants to know how long is that waiting period?
We would need to know, can you ask green card holder or U.S. citizen?
U.S. citizen po ba kayo o green card holder?
Citizen na ako po.
Citizen.
So that does determine the difference, because
Okay.
there are different waiting lists for whether the petitioner is a U.S. citizen or whether the petitioner is a green card holder. So if the child that you're petitioning is under 21, unmarried, and you're petitioning them as a U.S. citizen, there is no waiting list. It's just a matter of the processing time involved in order to acquire that visa, which right now is about a year to a year and a half processing time. Sometimes, if you get lucky, about 6 months. But more likely, the children are already over 21 or they're already married. So again, it depends on, there's different waiting lists. Just to give you an idea, if you are a U.S. citizen petitioning an unmarried child over 21, right now the waiting list is at February 2004. so it's about a 10-year, 11-year waiting period. Yes. If you're a U.S. citizen petitioning a child over 21 and they're married, the waiting list right now is at 1993. So you are looking at about 21 years. Okay. Now, in comparison, if you're a parent petitioning who's a green card holder, petitioning a child who is unmarried over the age of 21, that waiting list is at 2003, I'm sorry, is at 2003, so you're looking at about 12 years. If you're a green card holder, 11 years if you're a U.S. citizen.
That's a long time to wait to be reunited with your family. So I suggest maybe just getting a tourist visa?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not, just to come say hi?
To come and visit, sure. Absolutely.
To come and visit.
Yes, but certainly not to come and stay, because if you do overstay a tourist visa at this point in time, you will not be, chances are, you will not be eligible to legalize your stay thereafter. But you bring up a very important point. These waiting lists are excessively long. And so individuals do need to make sure to continue advocacy, continue contacting their senators, continue pushing for congressional change so that we don't have these waiting lists that continue to break families apart.
You know, it's a good point. I mean, we talk about comprehensive immigration reform, and people think about the 11 million people who are undocumented in the United States, but really what we are talking about are these problems with the legalized way of entering into the United States. It's problematic. It takes decades. It's ineffective. It's an impossible thing to navigate, and it needs to be changed.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, when we return, we will be taking more calls here on Kababayan Today. Call us, 1-800-553-5724. We'll be right back.